Hey family, I felt compelled to make a quick video just giving you a potential prognosis in the markets when I've been planning and contemplating really for the last 72 hours or so, and it's taken up a lot of my thoughts, time, and attention, so I figured I would share that with you right now because I feel it's extremely important. Everything I'm about to say is obviously extremely opinionated, and I have no idea if it's going to come true, and it doesn't matter if it does or does not, but it's all about risk anyway. However, this is a very unique day in the markets, an extremely interesting close here on the SPY. And as I'm looking at it, yes, the short-term moving averages could be something that we pause at, but for me, I'm seeing this today as a very important catalyst day. And the fact that this is a little bit of a double top, the fact that we close below here, if we take out the low of today's candle, I think on the entire markets, any of the markets, all the markets, I think we could dramatically go lower pretty quickly. In fact, here's the cues. Now keep in mind, I'm not saying this is going to happen. I actually don't want it to. It'd be better for probably a lot of people if it doesn't. And if it does, I will be prepared to take advantage of that, especially if this happens tomorrow. And that's why I'm making this video. If we get a bear candle like this that closes tomorrow, I would have to assume with a lot of my training that that would be a relatively bearish scenario, in which case we'd probably retest and then have a nice little drop. And again, not predicting the end of the world. I'm not saying that we're going to have a cataclysmic crash, but a 10% market pullback would just make a lot of sense. It could happen. And then from there, would just absolutely scream higher and crush. But the next 2 or 3 days will be extremely pivotal days. Please make sure you have some protection ready. Protection can be going long on the SQQ. If you take out this high and we just trade to here, it could be that quick. Right, fast little 4.5% move. That could be it. You could do SDS. You could pick up some shares of this potentially. This is the inversion of the SPY. But looking at some individual stocks, I mean, Apple, right, kind of leading the way a little bit. I mean, it's out in the middle of nowhere. Below really took out. I mean, it could easily go down into the 50. Right, Facebook did have a massive rally today, but it trade up into the 200 and kind of failed relatively nicely, although it's a strong candle. I mean, if it takes out that low, obviously we're going to go lower. And these are some of the big names, right? Microsoft. I mean, there's nothing that specifically looks bullish about this on Microsoft at all. And we've held the 100 for so long. So if we break this low, especially tomorrow and or Monday or Tuesday, we're going to have a quite significant drop. Thankfully, I think we all know how to trade the markets when they go down. Again, I'm not saying this is going to happen. I'm just simply saying be prepared, start your plans, get everything in ready, draw out some outlines, take maybe Friday off of work or Monday or Tuesday off of work. Day trades could be absolutely fire. It just depends on if we gap up tomorrow on the markets and or Microsoft and just slowly start fading and just breaking support after support after support, it could get really ugly pretty quickly. If we gap down, that would be horrendous if we open below this candle. And that's kind of my expectation is we're going to gap up, slowly chop around, and then just kind of bleed most of the day on the markets, and then kind of close like this on Friday, retest Monday and Tuesday, and then go significantly lower pretty quickly, I think, on a lot of markets out there. Again, not saying it's going to happen, but just I'm planning for it, and I'm ready to lose an R or two if that occurs. Google has broken down. This is a double top. I mean, it's a double top on Google. Tesla, very strong hammer, but I did buy some puts today, and I think Tesla probably does something like this and slowly comes back to the 100 before bouncing. I think that makes a lot of sense, that exact chart right there. There are some warning signals, and here's another market that has a warning signal. Obviously, I love Bitcoin, and I'm in it for the long term, and I'm going to hodl and all those things. But as I zoom out here, this looks like the largest head and shoulders pattern we've ever had on Bitcoin. And this is the neckline right here. So if we take out that on the stock market and we start dropping, I think Bitcoin will have a quite dramatic free fall as well. Maybe all the way down here to $30,000. And again, it wouldn't happen in a day, and it wouldn't happen, I don't think, in 2 days, but it could happen over the course of a few days. And I'll just continue to hold, and I'll buy a lot more down here at this level. Get some dry powder ready, collect some cash. You know, if you make some money on the downside in the markets, in the stock markets, use that cash to buy Bitcoin if it does go down to 30. That would be, again, a pretty dramatic fall. And it would really just come exactly right back to where we were June, July, August, right? That'd be a 60% crash on the downside, but we had a 120% growth on the upside. Keep that in mind. So buy low, sell high, right? If we're playing the channels, this could all work. Be intentional, start your plan right now, and I hope this video is helpful.